So these spots where the eggshells are supposed to have some broccoli. Get rid of that. Get rid of those weeds there. There's one surviving. There's a bit of one there. Possibly a bit of one there. But there were quite a few around here that I planted. And if we come up this way, you'll see a similar thing happen to the pak choy. So again, a little section of pak choy. I put down some eggshells. I don't know if they're actually, speaking of possible culprits. Clearly doesn't mind the eggshells. I thought maybe the eggshells might be a bit of a rough surface that slugs and snails didn't like. Clearly they're not fussed. There's one pak choy there that's still somewhat surviving, so maybe I'll still get something. We'll see. Having said that though, other than my saved carrot, i.e. the one that is growing the best that I'm saving to let go to seed to then get more from, I do seem to have carrot germination in here. So, you know, pros and swings and roundabouts, pros and cons. The little onion seeds seem to be coming up okay. Now before I move on, just get rid of this sticky weed here. These are the main weeds I'm trying to make sure I get rid of. Obviously there are plenty of other ones and a bunch of those will keep coming back, but at least if I can get on top of those. So anyway, here's a bolted broccoli for whatever reason. Got some beans going, some more over there. Actually there might be peas, there might be snow peas actually. And the onions over here are doing nicely, as are the garlic. I do actually have some other bits and pieces I plant out. Those are probably broccoli, but I don't actually remember. And there's another weed I'll have to get. I think kohlrabi, given the purple stalks, I suspect those are kohlrabi. That might actually be pak choy as well. Those are from an earlier planting. Actually, you can see here, there's some more possible carrot germination in there. So, you know, it's not all failures, but we'll see how we go. And nice blossom on that tree at the moment. I don't know if it'll end up getting fruit because I do tend to have an issue with I think it's the leaf curl fungus on my nectarines, so I may not, but they all kind of bloomed before I had much time to do anything. And this is actually the last day of winter for us, so not necessarily expected to have started yet, but there you go. Excuse the dripping as I collect some water from my dripping roof into the watering can. What I was showing here, I don't know if you can see these little bits here, those I believe are the bits of the corn kernels that I put in for my self-saved corn to grow. So I've topped them up again and moved them over here to hopefully sort of keep them out of the way of pests that might be eating them. I don't know what it was. It may have been a mouse or mice, because they have been known to be in here. It could have been snails or slugs. I don't really know, but quite annoying. But we shall continue anyway. I have an iceberg lettuce here that I'll need to plant out, and that's actually probably getting to a size where it can do so and be relatively safe. A number of different flowers growing there. My lovely apple tree cuttings doing well, and actually even the gooseberries are coming along well. I may actually try and plant those out, or not plant them out, pot them up soon, because they seem to be doing all right. But I'll give you a bit of an indication of the size that I'd planted those seedlings out. So here I've got some leeks, as you can see, which are doing all right. These are the trays that they came from. That's probably roughly about the size, that they were. Obviously it hasn't got the second leaves yet, so I probably did put them out a bit early, but yes. So I'll let these ones grow on for a bit longer before I even consider putting them out, and we'll see how we do. I'm also trying a bit of pre-soaking the corn kernels, just to let them sort of expand a bit before I plant out some other ones, and we'll see how they go. Having said that, the The Burnham that I've left in here, mostly because I didn't have enough to do the second part of the front, has started coming up nicely, and the ones actually out the front are doing the same. So, yeah, it's not all failures. We're still progressing. Ooh, and I actually noticed just before one of the plants that I put in here, and I can't remember what sort it is. A rather lovely little flower there. So I'm quite happy with that. Okay. There's the other little bits and pieces in the greenhouse. Just sort of plodding along for the moment. Now I'll just give a quick little view of the progress of that back section that I redid, because a lot of the grass has grown in now. And that's looking a lot nicer now. You can see over where I was pointing, now it's focused, a ranunculus and a second ranunculus there. I bought those from the local store, but I've already cut one flower off because these new ones were coming through, and you can see that they are coming through nicely now. I'll just come over this way. I'll see how the... Okay, that's actually not too bad. So this is an apple tree that I've grown from seedling, and a bunch of the leaves are looking a bit rough, but I can see it's actually got some new leaves coming through now. That's a... what is it, lobelia? No. I can't remember what it is. Grown from seed, so that's doing all right. I was pulling all of these little ones out, and then I remembered that I actually scattered some flower seed here. I think poppies, so I'll have to give them a bit more of a chance to grow on to see if those are the ones that I've grown. I suspect they are, because they're all over the place here, and I wouldn't expect them to be quite so numerous in this one area if they were just weeds. See, other apple tree from seed. I do actually have some weeds, so I'll have to get rid of those at some point. I'll just carefully get over my fresh grass. Orange tree from seed there. Looks like the ever-present self-sown potato there. The sweet peas I don't think are doing too well. Actually, I can see some of those sticky weeds over there, which I'll have to get up to and pull out in a moment. But anyway, nectarine, that one's been sheltered, so it's had leaves for pretty much the whole year. A little hebe there. And then we'll duck around this way carefully over the... excuse the mess. Everyone's got mess, surely. I certainly do. Okay, so from this side, we have these seeds that I don't know if they'll self-seed. I probably did put them in some of the soil, but then forgot about them, and they sort of got mixed into the topsoil here. The alyssum is still sort of plodding along, and the viola's doing okay there. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, get too close there. So that's how we are for the last day of winter in Victoria, Australia, and hopefully spring brings some nice growth. Happy growing. Thanks for watching.